Well, something else that happens during this time is pretty crazy. Brutus Beefcake is going to suffer a horrible injury in a
Ooh.
parasailing accident, and apparently bad enough that the future of his career is in jeopardy. Jim, I don't know if you remember, but apparently whoever was with him, his face was so badly destroyed. For those who don't know, he was out with friends parasailing. A girl was coming in, and her knees collided with Brutus Beefcake's face. It did so much damage to his face, broke all the bones, but like one of his friends who was there had to literally hold his mouth open so that he could breathe while the paramedics were on their way there, because it had essentially crumbled that badly. Jim, do you have any recollection of this incident?
Oh yeah. Beefer is a friend of mine. Like when I opened my gym, Beefer was one of the guys. Came over, him and Hulkster, Macho, and the Nasties. Were all pretty close back then. They all came over and opened my gym for me in Florida. So yeah, I know the story. They were all out parasailing, and they were parasailing, pulling people off land. Right, so they have the boat and person on the land, and boom, off they go. And somehow Beefer got in between the boat and the girl on the parasail. Boom, and the girl went up in her knees, and he turned around. She was just knee high. Boom, hit him in the face,
Oh,
crushed his face. Yeah, his face is. Yeah, there's a picture out there somewhere of all the X-ray of all the screws and plates they had to put in his face. Not only going to save his career, but they're going to save his life. He
yep.
was hurt bad, 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 bad. And of course, we can look at pictures of Brutus the Barber Beefcake. That's the guy's gimmick, Beefcake.
Yeah.
And before the accident and after the accident, it took its toll. It was so ironic that a guy named Beefcake would lose his very handsome features. Still
Yep.
a handsome guy. You know what I mean. He's a pretty handsome guy.
He's no Jim Duggan, but he's all right.
Yeah. Handsome Jimmy Duggan. Are you kidding? Yeah, he came back from it, so you got to give him credit, man. Yeah, Beefer's one of the survivors in the business, like Lombardi and stuff. People blast Lombardi. Hey, he's a survivor. To hang around this business for that long, double thumbs up, baby.
No doubt. And Brutus, much like you or Sarge, he's still out there,
Oh,
signing autographs.
he was one of the top guys, man. Bruce the Barber Beefcake. He fit in with anybody.
And he catches a lot of flack. I see, of course, fan comments online all the time, and everybody's like, he was just a hanger-on with Hulk Hogan. And they say all this shit. But the fact is, he was an entertaining guy. You don't get to the Fed if you're not a talented person. And he was there for quite a while.
He carried his own weight. But, I tell you, I would like to be in Hogan's position where I could help a friend out.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, yes. Well, actually, I called Hogan a couple times.
Is that how you ended up in WCW?
Actually, Jimmy Hart called me on that one.
Okay, well, that's a good friend to have too.
Yeah, well, Hogan told him to do it, right? I mean,
he's a good man, and entertaining. I've been around him a couple times. He's a good storyteller.
Yeah, there's trouble lately. I know he's been having some trouble lately. I guess there was a scene at the funeral. At Hulkster's funeral. I didn't actually see it. We paid our respects and pretty much left. But we heard there was a scene.
Probably for the vets, you didn't have to deal with that.